Good morning, boys and girls. This is lesson 4, session 4. Grab your book, open your book up to page 81. Make sure you have your pencil and your book ready to go. And we are going to continue working with algebraic expressions. So we're going to do a little practice. The first problem, this is an example. Evaluate the algebraic expression 5 times 2 times c minus d plus d. So when they have these double brackets, you still work from the inside, do what's inside, and work your way out using order of operations. When it says to evaluate, you know that that means to solve. So I'm going to substitute. First, I'm going to substitute, then I'm going to use order of operations. So we know C right here is the number 8. So the very first thing I see is 8 minus 1. So I know that is 7. So I rewrite it, and I know the D is 6. So when I rewrite it, I've got 5 times 2 times 7 plus 6. Order of operations, I go to the inside, and I see 2 times 7 is 14 plus 6, and those stay in parentheses or brackets. And so I've got 5 times 20, which is going to be 100. So your solution should have been 100. So again, always remember to substitute first, order of operations next. So let's apply this. This is similar to something we talked about in science class, the difference between Fahrenheit and Celsius. And there is a formula you can use to find the difference that when you go from Fahrenheit to Celsius. So here's the expression 5/9 of Fahrenheit minus 32 to find the temperature in degrees Celsius when you know that F in degrees Fahrenheit. So when I know the Fahrenheit, I can substitute it for the F and then find the Celsius. So the temperature of a room is 77 degrees Fahrenheit. What is the temperature of the room in degrees Celsius? Show your work. Pause your video. Show me how you would solve this. And if you are back, you would have done 5/9. I rewrite it with my substitution. 77 minus 32. Solve the parentheses. If I do 77 minus 32, I'm going to get 45. Now, if I take 5/9 of 45, you can think of this as 45 over 1. So this would be the same as dividing 45 by 9. Or if you think about if I divided this 45 into 9 pieces, how much is each one of them? So this is the same as 5 times 45 over 9, which is the same as 5 times 5. Your answer for this should have been 25 degrees Celsius. Okay, so, and we can use estimation to make sure that it makes sense. We have another problem here. And Carmen has a bag of peaches. So I don't know how many peaches there are. And then she adds 10 peaches to the bag. I still am not going to know how many there are. Then she shares all of the peaches equally among 5 friends. Write an expression that represents the number of peaches each friend receives. Show your work. Remember, I'm not going to come up with a number. I'm not going to find out how many peaches there were. I just want you to write the expression, not an equation, of showing what this story represents. I drew a picture, so why don't you go ahead, try it, and then come back and check with mine. So on mine, I did a picture. It's messy, but I did on the top the peaches in the bag, and then she added 10 over here. I knew this was then divided into 5 equal parts. So this top bar represents the number of peaches she has. The bottom bar represents the number of friends. So if I put that into an equation or expression, I could do p plus 10 divided by 5. I could have written it like this: p plus 10 divided by 5. And I wonder if you could think of another way to show when you divide by 5. Dividing by 5 is the same as multiplying by 1/5. 1/5 of p plus 10. Those would all be solutions to this problem. And then this last one here, which algebraic expression represents the following statement? 4 less than 2 times a number. So stop and think. 4 less than. So if I said, what is 4 less than 10? 6. What is 4 less than 5? 1. Did I start with 4? No, because I'm taking 4 away from something else. Circle the answer that you think shows 4 less than 2 times the number. You should have circled B, because I have 4 less than 2 times a number. I'm taking 4 away from something. Now, some of you may have chosen A, like Katrina. And if you did that, it's probably because you went exactly from the words 4 less than. So 4 less than 2 times a number would be like that. But that is not what that means. So that is an incorrect answer, because I'm not taking 4 from, I need to be making sure I'm taking the 4 away from something. So that's kind of a tricky one. And then guess what? This next lesson, this next few problems on page 83 and 84, you are going to do on your own. I'd like you to make sure you show lots of work, and you complete this and bring it into school and show me that you've done all of your work. We will go over the correct answers when you come to school. We'll see you soon.